Good morning, Al. Good morning. 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 Good morning, friends. Good morning. How is your morning? How is the weekend? Nanya, I see that you're here. Leila is here. Angela Paul is here. Linda is here. Gwen is here. Good morning. Good morning. So I think that they're trying to steady the ship a little bit. When O'Neill says steady the ship, I guess I mean what do I mean? I guess they're trying to make to save face with the Anthony character. It looks like that's what they're trying to do. Are they trying to throw us off again, basically? It feels like they're trying to give us like hey, let me throw them off because them finding out too much. So let me just find a way to kind of get them thrown off. It feels like that's what they're doing. It feels like that's what it is. But all right, let's get into this whole sequence.
I'm sorry, I had to be up early and jump on these calls, and now I'm sending these emails. I'm sorry. You want me to order you something? You don't gotta cook.
I can make some eggs. I just want something simple.
Okay.
So what are you doing? Picking up Connor? If you are, I need to plan his meals out. What's your plans for the day?
Nah, I don't have car today. Besides, Shayla's going through something.
She going through something.
Yeah.
What is Shayla going through?
Your mom broke up with her.
Ew.
Yeah.
Looks like Amber is happy about it. Somewhere, somehow, it feel like Amber want to laugh because you know what I mean. It is what it is. Is Amber happy that Shayla got dumped? I think that's what's going on here. So that Shayla got dumped. Is Amber happy? No, I think they're trying to use these little moments. Maybe they're trying to Shalom, big up yourself. Them probably using these little moments as like cues to say, oh well, see, Amber got the last laugh, but I don't even think this works really and truly. I don't even think, you know what I mean. But hey, okay, it is what it is. All right, cool.
Things kind of, down. Yep. But I don't get into none of that. That's her business. My main concern is Kai. You know.
So you don't feel sorry for her or anything?
Sorry for her. I mean, why would people break up all the time? I mean, it's not like they were together for years or they were married or anything. No.
No. Yeah. No. God don't like ugly. That's for sure. I mean, there is a little something that says you reap what you sow.
See, so they're using this as like I guess a karma moment. Hold on. And first, hold on. Does Anthony feel sorry for Shayla? Did he lie in that moment there, sir? Ladies, wanna think him lie? Because sometimes the ladies them always say some different things. Do you think he lied? Amber asked him if whatever it is. Do you think he lied? Kez said what Anthony needs to realize is that we don't care about Sheila, so he needs to let her be a hoe, whatever it is, a 3 or 4. Anytime Anthony repeats a statement, he's in his emotions. That's interesting, Beatrice. As I want to hear from you, ladies, because y'all have a way of reading men. Like when we sit down and read through. That's not enough karma, Erica. It's not enough for me, but I think that's what they're trying to play here. You know what I mean? Short wins. I'm trying to say, okay, let me give the audience this. Amber, you can say that again. No, it can't be the O. Okay. Only I think he feels a little sorry for her. Yes, and Amber's being dismissive. Probably Eric them a little. Not sure what that is, but that's something I would say. Who cares? You reflect yourself. I see. I see. I see. Mr. Wanna go with it this morning. No. Yes, no. No. Amber has the same look Shayla had about Amber's miscarried baby. See, that's what I'm saying. You don't even take these as wins, guys. Like they might try to trick us to take these as wins.
So I for sure don't feel sorry for her.
Look, as long as she's just well behaved when it comes to me seeing Kai, I date whoever you want. I don't care.
Not even a little bit.
Why would I care?
I'm just checking.
Why would I care? I mean, she's a grown woman. She'll bounce back. There'll probably be somebody else who wants to date her. Or, you know.
So she's saying why you broke up?
No, I didn't even ask her. You know. But I got everything that I need right here. Girl, you been
What?
Here he goes again in the distraction because Amber is easily distracted. First was the clavicle bone, and now, all of a sudden him distracted by her bottom. I mean, come on now. Like, it's God, the moves that Anthony used by Amber sometimes just crazy. But it's consistent. She's always consistently been easily distracted by Anthony. So that is actually very consistent. They're trying to say that this is karma. Is this Shayla's full karma? That's what they're trying to say. Full karma. That's what I'm trying to say in the storyline, basically. And I'm not sure that's what I'm trying to do. Yes or no? If Anthony cared the news story that's in the process, it will stop that altogether. Anthony will see how hard Shayla is crashing out over Iman, and that will turn him off completely. Okay, interesting. And that was a little joke by Amber. It was something I would say. Big deal. You reap what you sow. I don't mind. Listen to me. Amber. Nanya. I didn't mind. She said that. Of course, me not care. It's a good joke. I think that she should say it. No, oh no, Nanya. Trust me. I'm on your side. She should have said more than that. She can say. Listen to me. Amber is able to say anything she wants to say because when she was in a bad way, Shayla said anything she wanted to say. So fair is fair. Fair is fair. I'm able to say whatever it is I want to say. So don't worry yourself, Nani. I'm totally on Amber's side. You can say as much as you want to possibly say. We don't care what you say. But they think they're saying this is the karma. Carl, thank you very much for the super chat. Can you put a little message inside of it, Carl? Thank you for the super chat. I don't see a message in there. I believe Amber plays the fool with Anthony. That's interesting, Erica. Is Amber playing the fool? But Anthony, people saying Anthony saying him don't feel no way. Charles, what's the comment? Let me see if we can back it up. Deontay Reviews, thank you very much for being here. He said it's an appetizer. It definitely is an appetizer, not even close. I don't even think this is not even close. This come like, you go out to a dinner. You go out to a dinner and they have, the main course, they have the dessert, them have the appetizer, and it's this is not the appetizer. These are the sweets them on the table. This is nowhere near a karma. It's nowhere near a karma at all. It's come like you have a little sweets them on the table. These are little candy them that you get on the table. That's what this is. Little bite-sized candy. That's about it. You know what? If you went to a Chinese restaurant, this would be like what you call it now? The little good lord. The fortune cookies them. That's what this come like. The fortune cookie. This is fortune cookie. This is like the fortune cookies. That's what it is like at this point in time. Did you hear about Iman? Did something happen to Iman? That's a good question. Carl says, did you hear about Iman? What happened to Iman? What happened to Iman? No, Anthony saying him not care. I don't believe that though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't believe that. Let me see if I can find any let me see if I can find anything from yesterday. Give me one moment. Give me one moment, because Anthony, sometimes Anthony go like he want to take off for idiot. He want to take off for Claffy. He wants to take us for a clown. And the one thing we know is we know what we know. Anthony said him don't care. He says he doesn't care, but we have, hold on, we might have like evidence to the contrary. Him say him don't care. He said he doesn't care. Anthony say him don't care.
You left your family, so you don't believe that.
Shayla, I do believe that. Still cool. You're the mother of my. We have our back and forths, and whatnot. We're still friends. We're still cool. You're the mother of my child, and I don't want to see you down and out and depressed.
It's funny you say all this now, but that's not something that you saw in me when you had the chance. You left your family, so you don't believe that.
Shayla, I do believe that. I sacrificed a lot to be with you. Let's not forget that. And like I said, you're the mother of my son. I would never want to see you hurting. So just know that, down the road, somebody will come that is right for you.
Shrek is down the road for her. That's what's going on. Shrek down the road. So yeah, so that's what that was. So I don't know about him not caring. I don't know about that. Somebody says Iman got into something. What did Iman do? One of these events, one of the events come full circle, pushing Wayne to Shayla. Anthony not budging and sustaining his marriage, and Shayla completely crashing out. That could force them back together after the Tamira breakup. All right, so she's a horrible friend. He might as well make up with Dalen. Okay, okay, okay. Anthony even sounds like he's lying right here when he's speaking to Shayla. So I think him lying to her. It's gonna be good when Shayla finally catches Iman and Delicia. Besides, Shayla will be swinging from vine to vine. I'm just waiting for Shayla to find out about Delicia and Iman, and that is Shayla's karma. I don't think. Is it though? Is it? I don't even know if it even warranted. See, the problem, as some people saying, is that it's a 1 month relationship. That's the thing. People want to know about the Iman story. All right, folks, let's get into it. We don't want to know about what happened to Iman. La da dee, dee da da, la da dee. Dee da da. All right, Iman Shepherd. What new has happened to Iman Shepherd? What's the story about? All right, here it is. It's just something in the tabloids. That's all it is. I don't even know if this is even what you call it now. I don't even know if this is valid news. So maybe this we should be saying allegedly. Allegedly. So okay, so I guess this is what it is. Tiana Taylor's ex-husband, Iman Shepherd, has been accused of hitting and dragging a woman during a recent dispute. He's been accused of doing this. So he's been accused of hitting a woman. According to a CAD report obtained by Page 6, South Fulton County Police were called to the former NBA star's Georgia home at 4:37 a.m. on November 26 for a fight or domestic dispute between Shepherd, who was shirtless, and a woman named Joanna Donior. When the police arrived, they witnessed Shepherd placing a suitcase outside of his residence. According, don't tell me say him kick out Shayla to backside. I don't care where you go, but you can't stay here. That's what Iman is saying right now. Me no not care where you go, but you just cannot stay here. It doesn't matter where you go, but you can't stay here. There you go. According to TMZ, he told the police he asked Lenore to leave his home multiple times and she would not leave. She wouldn't leave. She needs to go. The woman told the police that she and Shepard allegedly began arguing when she caught him communicating with another woman. Denior claimed the former Cleveland Cavaliers player, 35, began dragging her by the wrist and foot toward the stairs. Why can't I kick you out of my house? You see, Nanya and friends, remember when I always spoke about these things and I show y'all. Me show and I say, y'all always say, but it's a double standard. And I say, guys, trust me, there are some double standards when it comes to women. There are some double standards. This is my house. And I'm telling you to leave and you don't want to leave. Me bite. Me pay feet. I'm going to try to see if I can watch a video. She also allegedly alleged that Shepard hit her. This lady looked like Delicia. We don't know if I the same lady that. She looked like Delicia, see? We don't know if I the same lady this is. I'm going to try to see if I can find the TMZ story. Give me one moment. Shumpert. I was spelling his name wrong. All right, let's get our report. I can't play all of the video and I know this work. YouTube guidelines, guys. Come on. YouTube guidelines. Y'all know how this work. Y'all know how this work, guys. Wanna know this work. I'm gonna try something I can find. I'll try to see how much I can play of the thing. Let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get.
You don't have like state issue ID?
No.
What state is your ID?
New Jersey.
I was gonna call over there. You want me to write it
Do you guys have any other help with finding it before there was like something that happened and they couldn't even pull up my name?
down? Understood.
So it's a real life Shayla. In other words, Nanya, what you're telling me is that this is a real life Shayla. Real life. Remember, I kept talking about these things, Nanya. I'm gonna tell you, say, there's something. Listen to me. It is so. There are so many double standards in life that if you knew how much they were, all right. All right, I'm gonna tell you this. If this was your house, Nanya, it would be hard. It would be easy for you to kick a guy out of your house. Very easy. Very, very easy. They would not even be arguing with you right now. They would have come there guns blazing if this was a guy. Good morning to you all, guys. You see this? Amber needs to keep her eyes open and be watching her back because you cannot trust Anthony. Auntie's lying to her right now. All you gotta do is to tell that she take a good look. He was do anything to take her eyes off the subject. That's what I think as well to Belinda. But okay, so that's what's going on with Iman right now. What's going on with Iman, guys? That Iman is involved in some sort of dispute. That's what we're looking at. Some woman in Iman's house and then they want to leave. This is basically the video. It's long. So that's what's going on. You know, them say them catch him with some suitcase, whatever else it is. Hey, he's one of our actors or actresses, so we're gonna look at it. That's why we look upon the videos. You know, if our people are involved in it, we want to find out what happened. But see, Nanya, Nanya, that's what I always told you. I always tell you, it's hard out here, man. Life as a man is just a little bit different. You know, I'm not saying we're victims, but I'm just saying when women say, "Oh, it's easy," really? Now when the police show up, that's what it is. So you know, Iman brought on himself dealing with the groupies and a certain type of woman. Well, it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. But how? But listen, that's the deal. Now, how do you know that they're groupies, though? Only the hatred and Anthony character is too much. There are men in the skitland that are worse than Anthony. You people are not talking about them. Wayne is worse than Anthony. What Anthony's done to Shayla. Well, okay, but it's just that we're discussing the Anthony character story, though. Error. That's the only thing. Is not that I mean, we're not more hard than anything else. We're just discussing his story. Could there be other men? Sure. Sure, it could be other men, sure. I mean, but we're just discussing the Anthony story, so it look like we're biased. O'Neill, I forgot I have a son. Our son knows about these kind of things. At least he's in the military. Nanya, no, I'm gonna forget. Don't forget, Nanya. May I tell you, it's just it's one of those things, man. It's one of those things. That's all I'm saying. No one is worse than Anthony. At this time, the thing is, okay. At this time, error though. To be very fair, not Nanya says no one is worse than Anthony, and I think at this time she might be correct. I mean, come on. The levels that Anthony went to was just over the top. Exactly, Gigi. Amber overly dumb knows Anthony's full of ish. So y'all are thinking that Amber knows what's going on, but she's just playing possum. Anthony's the worst because he holds no accountability and he's selfish and he was married and cheated twice another child. Guess what, Error? Them say Anthony the worst man in Countryland. It is what it is. The other men aren't married. There you go. That's what. Listen to me. And the ladies them coming out to say this, you are extremely fair. Anthony's a married man, so it makes his judgment harder. Right. Right. Is Anthony Error? You start something. I guess I hope you can finish it. Is Anthony the worst man? Is Anthony the worst man in Skitland? According to relationships. There we go. Error, you wanted the question, I'm going to ask the question. So guess what? Yafuka can defend now. Bring your points up, Error. There you go. The ladies are going to attack. They are going to attack, Error. Exactly, Gigi. Amber knows her husband is full of it. She knows. So there you go. Make her run the skit nonetheless.
Going to that class. You been going to that class.
I've been working it out now just a little bit.
Doing them squats.
I was wondering when you was gonna notice.
I'm glad you look good.
Thank you.
Oh, like really good. Like turn.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Stop.
See, you make 40 look like the new 20.
Look good for 40.
Yeah.
Thank you, baby.
Dang. I was just looking at you in bed last night, and man, I mean, I didn't want to wake you, but you ain't feel me moving in a little close to you.
You know what? You nasty, but I was asleep. Thank you.
I know. I felt. I know, but you felt a little bit. You wasn't sleeping that hard.
I was asleep. You could have just woke me up.
See, it's like another distraction. That's what we're talking about. Is the constant distraction that him distract Amber. That's what people are talking about. Is all him get for just distract her each time. And she just no realize she get distracted. That's why we think it's something. Well, let me read y'all's comments and let's get into it. Let's dig into it. Amber cracks me up because she says that Anthony is extremely funny in real life. It's easy to work with him and do all of the things that she does. It seems like him extremely funny in real life for true. That's why you take him serious. Because he has a, Amber gonna do voice him and take all his stuff. She's gonna divorce him and take all his stuff. Not half of it. Well, let's see. If he does anything, she's gonna take it for sure. Amber is moving in silence. She's not stupid. Some people think that Amber is playing possum. Yes, Anthony is the worst. Let's discuss that. Era just bring up a while ago that we're badgering Anthony and he's not the only man in Skitland and we should focus on him, even though we're not focused on him right now. Right? So let's discuss it. Who is the worst man in Skitland based on relationships? Let me ask the question direct then. Let me ask the question directly. My opinion is that I agree with the sentiment that because Anthony is a married man, he would be the worst because the other men, of course, other men are going to do different things that they're doing. Agreed. No one's worse than Anthony. His character is a disgrace. He's a disgrace of a husband who can't tell the truth to save his life. A manipulator that Amber should see straight through. Should be able to see straight through. Only you know as a woman we will get upset. So Anthony's definitely so Anthony's deflecting to not cause a fight. Make sense? Fair. I feel like he moved around most of his money. You think he moved the money last time? You think the money got to backside? That's the deal. Let me so want to say according to women. The point of the matter people making is that he's a married man. Say Miss T tell you here. And normally me and Miss T go at it sometimes. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we go at it. Hey, who knows? We always go at it and agree and go at it. And that's the one thing on my channel. You know, we never ever feel, you know, we veer sometimes. Sometimes O'Neill, you know, have a point and sometimes him just, I guess, you know, on one, I guess, as people say. Anthony has begged God and Amber for forgiveness. People are angry that Amber took her husband back. However, he is still hiding money, but he's been faithful since going back. Well, I think that they're all right. Okay. People might have been a bit upset that she took him back because of what has occurred, which is a natural reaction. It's a natural knee-jerk reaction. But since Anthony has been back, the issue people are having is that Anthony has not shown on screen. These are the problem. He is not shown on screen the amount of love or the amount of things then that he showed for Shayla. And that is the problem people is having. Them not see where Amber get all of this lavish lifestyle for taking this man back. That is the problem people is having. If that makes sense, Sandra. Wayne. Mr. Lawson said Wayne is the worst man in Skitland. Worst. I think Anthony is a complex character. Fair. A lot of them are also complex. I think Tamir is complex too. Anthony's not the worst because he's trying to redeem himself. He's trying to make amends. Well, they're saying in the grand scheme of things that the characters have done, guys. You have to stay in a context. In the grand scheme of things that the characters have done and relationship-wise and cheating, them I ask you, who is the worst? Some people say Wayne, some people say Anthony. Make up y'all's minds here. Anthony's the worst. He's always lying. Well, the other men lie, so I feel like there's no edge with that because T also tell will lie sometimes. Wayne lie a lot of times too. Anthony and Wayne. I honestly think he's going broke. Why you think that? People keep saying this, but why do you think this? Interesting. Brody is there as well too. Oh, did I do something while I go to a broadcast? I didn't do anything, did I? Hustle, Iman, Brody are the worst. Relationship, guys. Relationship. In the context of relationship. In the context of relationship. Remember now, I think this is the argument a lot of people making. Anthony is a married man, number one. That's flag number one. Number two, him sleeping with wife best friend. That's number two. A woman who's supposed to be half bounds. Active best friend. Not, by the way, active. Active. Not that. Meaning, They're best friends at the same time while you're around them. Not the other thing that people do. Now, hustle is up there. I can agree with that because I think that maybe y'all are measuring the facts that Elena passed on. Not Elena. Is that her name? The next sister. Shawnee. The people who are cursing, no cursing. No cursing. I'm not surprised. That's why they made sure that the Shayla baby is with Anthony so they can continue to use him to keep the girl relevant. Shayla is not Shayla is a one trick pony. All I'm saying with the Shayla character is this, because I hear arguing this over and over again. The character is playing, she's playing the character like she's supposed to. And that's why I'm gonna like the character, because she's playing it right. I'm not supposed to like the Shayla character. I'm not supposed to like the character. I'm supposed to think the character is the worst in the world. And I think they're playing that. I think they're playing that, to be very fair with you. Now, I like this Audrey. Ambra's played docile for too long, and it is hard to watch sometimes. She playing docile. He can move all the money he wants, but the court will find out. Only remember, Amber entered the marriage with another man egging her body. That was so diabolical. We forbid that where I come from. So both Anton and Amber are both wrong in their different ways. We're not saying that they aren't both incorrect. I think people was just asking the question if Anton is the worst. Your point was if he was the worst man of Skitland. So we're looking in the context of men. You can't shift it to Amber. Era, that's a different conversation. You can't put Amber in a conversation about men. That's a total different story. Then the argument blows apart. Then the argument is about the genders and not about men in Skitland. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. In the grand scheme of men in Skitland, who is the worst in terms of the things that they've done to women and how them do them? And people are saying that Anthony is the worst because Anthony is a married man and Anthony has had as a child and has slept with his wife's closest friend while they're actively friends. That is what people are arguing. I think Brody is, but then see, but how does Brody become one of the worst though? Street Poet, because okay, remember Angelina kick out Brody, right? Hold on, maybe I'm missing something. When did Pamela start sleeping with Brody? When did Pamela start sleeping with Brody? T Hustle, Two Sisters is diabolical. I think I can rock with this as being up there. See, I give men way. Yeah, I give men way the normal things though. Look, Street Poet. My thing is this. The act has to be out of this world for you to really put it in there as a worse man situation. It have to be that. Come on now. Terry, a regular something with Terry I pull. Men do that every single day. Him date, an ex girl and him have an ex girl at the same time and him a cheat, and I think you have an argument with Brody, but I'm trying to find out how do you win that one. So you can't keep throwing men under the bus, and that's something I'm sick and tired of when a woman knows that she's doing what she's doing. There you go. Anthony fans, where are you people? Come out and defend him. Those are regular. Them are regular cheating. Look, you have a point on the whole idea of the Shani thing. Shani, Elena, T. Usley. You have a point. Brody and the coach. Again, I don't think it overcomes Anthony. Because again, Anthony knows Shayla. She's his wife's best friend. That's why the story is so much. Him know Shayla. They're my best friend. So basically, him and T also share the best friend kind of situation. Now, where he edges T Hustle out now is that he's married. So he's not supposed to be having no other woman anyways. So that make him totally edge out T Hustle. T Hustle is unmarried. Does that mean he's supposed to be cheating? No. But married, unmarried is two different class of people. We're governed by two different set of morals, to be very fair with you. And on top of that, Shayla get pregnant. Elena not pregnant. And Shanti not pregnant. Shania, if that's her name. That's why. That is exactly why we're saying that it's where it is. I mean, no, T. Hustle is a distant second. T. Hustle is a distant second. Anthony is king when it comes to all that. Only all of the men in Scotland are low down and dirty. Anthony has become the worst because of being married and having a baby with her so-called friend. That's what I said, Norma. Norma, this, I think you've put it as better for. That's what's going on. Yes, Angela says yes. Street Poet Brody started cheating first. Gotcha. But again, Brody cheating is with an outside woman, somebody who Angelina don't know. Amber know the woman. That's the point. Amber knows the woman. It's easier for Angelina to take back Brody. Hold on, it's a good question. Sherman is running a close second. Sherman married? That's a good one, Jarina. It's easy. Let me ask you this. Is it easier for Angelina to take back Brody versus Amber taking back Anthony? Same that question there. Is it easier? I think so. Because Brody is with a distant woman that Angelina doesn't know. So so her ego is not as crushed. Thank you for the super chat. Ami, thank you for the super chat. Ami says, can't change Shayla. That's who she is. Not even girlfriend material. Iman drop her like she hot. That is correct. Iman drop it like it's hot. Ami. Drop it like it's hot. When a Shayla get an attitude, park it like it's on. Park it like it's on. Park it like it's. I got my own in my. Thank you for the super chat, Ami. Give me your take on that. Yeah. Better stop lying. Anthony is not the king of cheating. Anthony is slow when it comes to women. He was hit by the witch. So she beat him in a submission, basically. That's what I say. Only remember that Anthony did not pursue Shayla. She was the one who took advantage of his drunkenness. Anthony was just a fool for continuing with all the evil that Shayla. He was just a scapegoat of Shayla and Angelina. But that's the point, we're making error. Okay. Again, if I was a man who is in Anthony's shoes, I'm going to tell you this straight off of the cuff. Yes, so you get taken advantage of with the drunkenness, then you shouldn't go back. The moment he goes back, everything changes. Everything changes. You become complicit. That's what it is. Atlanta will be in a cookie jar. Thank you very much for the super chat. I think this is SD. SD says Atlanta will. You think Anthony will be in the cookie jar? They must say, watch a man. Atlanta will be in the cookie jar. That's what they're saying. Anthony will be in the cookie jar. Mike Bless was wilding until the twins thing. He was wilding, but again, is wilding with women who are out here wilding as well. That's the point may I raise. You can't get a flag if the woman them out here wilding. You can't get a flag for that. According to this conversation. Let me back that up. According to this conversation. But there's a thing Angelina state with Brody, knowing that he's been cheating on her for decades. Help me make sense of that. She chose to stay. There you go again. That is true. SD, thank you for the super chat. Amici, thank you for the super chat. The difference between Anthony and the other men are you know what to expect from the other men. Anthony's a complete snake. You know what, Misty? I love this. Are true. That's it. To be very fair. Only you know what's wrong with Anthony. What's wrong with Anthony admires his wife because remember he told her Shayla ain't got nothing on her. That's not what we're okay. So when we pass the comment on this, Terry, it's because Anthony has this thing where the moment Amber asks him very personal and deep questions, he will point to something else. It's like a move. We know the move by now. Very consistent with it as well too. So that's what we were referring to. For example, one of the days them she was talking about something and him gone in her clavicle bone. It's something that he does. You can I don't want to say her mind is juvenile. I don't want to say that, right? But I guess that's the only word I can use right now. Sometimes her mind is presented to be very juvenile, where you can point to something else and all of a sudden her mind goes to there. So she's not able to stay the course. That's what we're saying. So sure, him can compliment her. We don't mind him complimenting her at all if it's truthful. But we know Anthony work. He generally switches the topic anytime she's talking about anything at all. And so I will say again, the only thing we can use for it is that her mind sometimes presents to be very juvenile. It easily moves like that. She can stick on a conversation. For example, if you as a woman, Terry, you as a woman, if you wanted to know about a bank account, you would not let me go off the hook until me tell about the bank account. You would never allow it to happen. But some way, somehow, Anthony have a way of saying something else to her and she doesn't realize that what he's doing. By now, she didn't catch it. But that's what they're playing the story. Right. Them writer have to look to be so much into herself that all he has to do is to pinpoint on her. In other words, I think that they're showing her low self-esteem. They must show that her self-esteem is so low that all Anthony has to do, right, is that to make her mind juvenile. That's how we do it. Only did the same thing when he brought up about the bank statements. Correct. That's exactly what it is. He always has a smirk on his face after Amber walks off. He acts like he can't stand her. I just don't get it. Don't get it either, Amici. I not get it either. And it make no sense. Wayne lets you know that he's a snake. Anthony pretends to be a sheep when he's a lion. Those are differences. Wayne tell her right off of the bat him about it for women. And it's tough for women to appreciate that because women always say, why don't you just tell the truth? Well, okay. There goes a man telling you the truth. If he does go back, that will give him the final nail in the coffin. Give Amber the final reason to exit with 99% of his assets. Amber loves Anthony. Anthony loves himself and his money. Maybe another affair is needed to wake her up to move. Maybe. Now somebody did say that what was it? What was the take? Never mind, I forgot to take that. So one of y'all made a take in there, but hey, it is what it is. I like this skit, Nancy B. And if Anthony doesn't watch out, somebody else is going to come for his wife. True. It's a toxic marriage. I should say the marriage toxic. Toxic. Extremely toxic. Anthony is in this for his money. And his money only. You know, people are talking about the money. There's a couple of questions. Layla asked if Anthony is broke. Do you believe that Anthony is going broke? Let me ask a question there first. Yes or no? This was a question that Layla has been asking. Miss Grant has been asking. And I hope I'm pronouncing your first name correct, Miss Grant. Or if it's Mrs. Grant, just tell me so I can, say it correctly. Anthony is the type of man that tells a woman their man is cheating while he is cheating as well the whole time. Yes. Yes. He will do it. Do y'all believe he's broke? People are saying no. Some people say yes. No, yes, no. Don't think Anthony might be losing money. No. Antoinette said no too. No. Antoinette said no. No. Okay. Well, all right. I guess we settle that. Do you believe that Anthony is hiding money? What's up, Abby? We're just having a little nice discussion this morning. What's up? Just see you popping up. It's debatable. Every single time there is evidence to show that him wants Shayla. SD, a good question. Do you think him still wants Shayla? Every time I think he wants her, them show me something else. I think they're trying to throw us off the trail. At this point, I don't know what to think. There's not enough evidence to support that argument. I'm trying to use what them give me in the skit to support the argument that, okay, they're showing this. But I could be wrong. I think no. I think him I think that he's, I don't know. You know what? I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer to it. Me doesn't know the answer to it. Me don't know the answer. Me realize me don't know the answer to it. SD, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I'll be an honest man today. Well, I'm always honest, but I mean as honest as I possibly can be. Today. All right. The truth is, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if he's being honest. Me don't know if me don't know. Me just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what he's planning. No, he's so sneaky. It's hard to tell with this fool. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Okay, there we go. I just want to make sure I was saying correct. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if I say the name correct. So, and I like to call people by their proper name and I like mess up people's names. It's just one of those things, Layla. There we go. I say, wait, am I spelling it right? I say, am I saying it right? I try to see if I can say it good. You know what I mean? I don't want to be, not saying it right. Could he could he insist that Amber sell her portion of the club? Could be. Well, that's the thing. So one, where are those monies that he sold? Oh, that's interesting. People are saying, Kevin Campbell, I see where your argument is going. You're saying he's selling all of these assets, and there must be a reason why I'm selling the assets. You know what? I never look on it this way. I never look at it this way. Kevin, I never look at it this way. So y'all are saying Anthony's going broke because he's selling the assets. When I may have to think about it a little more, now I'm probably going to check through. He's selling these assets. That's very interesting. Kevin, Kevin, me like this. The train of thought. Me like the train of thought. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Me like the train of thought. See, sometimes I can't see. Anthony's comment is coming slow cooked. He mentioned to Amber that he didn't want her to see how much money he had lost. I see. So he's losing money. So at some point, we got to stop judging because we know in reality our own marriage is not right. Whether a man cheated on you and had a baby or not, your marriage is not perfect. Yes, this makes sense. Linda, what I will say is I think that people use these stories to see exactly if they can gauge as to what they would do. Okay, here's what used to happen. Back in the days in Jamaica, people used to tell a lot of stories, and those stories would have little gems in them as to how to socialize society as far as moral norms and those kind of things are concerned. I think that's what this is, a big story with a bunch of social cues that you can question. Makes sense that you can question. So I think that when people make criticism or they pass judgment at the characters, they're asking logical questions. How do I know that this is correct, that this person is doing? Or how do I know that this person is not correct in what they're doing? That's what you're doing. You're supposed to go through life and actually judge it as you go along. For the same reason that, and that, don't worry, sir, I'm gonna tell you exactly why I feel this way about these things. Because this is exactly why the nowadays girls are well, I'm gonna use the girls then. Nowadays, a lot of girls can do a bunch of things and then just say, well, it's my thing. I'm just gonna, there's no moral standing on it, if that makes sense. There's no okay, let's do it this way with this, and this is gonna be rule as to how we're gonna work things. Even when they have, been there for the time. That's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. So it makes people able to do anything they want. We're living right now in a certain era in politics right now, and you see how people are going about things. This is why I have to judge things, because when you don't judge it, it happens like that, just very open and brass, and then there's no order. And I think that you have order in the universe. Anthony likes all women for sure. Well, there you go, of course. Him not gonna get no transvestite. O'Neill, don't you think that the character has been played out as we need something else for her? It is the same foolishness. She, Anthony, and Amber. Yet KP Charm, yes, I do believe that. I think that they are. Now them come back and them slow the story itself down again, and but keep saying, I keep saying they need to get rid of the Shayla, the old Amber Anthony Shayla thing, right? They need to get rid of it. They need to get rid of it and then start the next phase of the Daltons. But who am I to judge a figure of Christ? The writers them say them now do whatever it is. So I told you, I believe that Anthony has played the stock market. We don't know. He lost many ones before and he almost lost the mansion. Leila, what you say? Number one, the only karma Anthony would accept would be financial. He's losing money and liquidating assets. If he could afford to buy Shayla a house, he would have done it already and hidden it from Amber. Interesting. And only time will tell. So you can't, you can't feed into the words of Anthony. Trust the process. Me like that, Linda. Me like that. I like trying to pronounce the names too. I do it all the time when reading people's name tags. It's just something that I do. I just want to make sure I'm calling people by their right, like I'm saying your name correctly. It's proper. It's a proper thing to do. I come from the school where you're supposed to be proper. Not like this new age thing now where they don't really care about people's stuff. They don't care about your name. They don't care. It's what I mean. I talk about Linda. Them not care about your name, them not care about nothing at all, and they want to address you any old way. You know, they want to talk to adults anyway. Well, not just adults, them are adults as well, but they want to talk to, people who are their elders who have lived there long enough, any old way. No. Nope. Believe Anthony's karma is going to be the biggest. That's interesting. Why you think that, Abby? Why is he selling all these assets? Why? That's the question people are asking. Why is Anthony selling all the assets? That's the question people ask. There you go. That's the deal breaker for me, the fact that you cheated. But it was not the fact that you cheated, it's that my best friend and then had a baby by her. I would have never taken him back. You see, Linda, and I'm saying this is a very good critique of the scenario. Me love the fact that you critique this because it's true. Remember, me as a man saying it's tough for me to go back to a woman who me know me go out of the marriage with our best friend and have a whole baby. Honestly, okay. Honestly, I would have tried to go try and make it work with my baby mother. That's what I would have done. Because in my mind, I would never think that this woman would ever forgive me. If I was in Anthony's shoes, I would never believe that my wife would truly forgive me for what I've done. Would I never believe her? Never. Even when she tell me, she say it's not so O'Neill. It don't worry yourself about O'Neill. I really forgive. Would I still not believe? Don't believe it. Read some of y'all's comments. Exactly. That was too much. Corinne said that was exactly too much. Baby, married, cheating. Baby, I heard it's tough. But that's me as a man saying that. But I never believe. Me couldn't eat from it at all because I would think you'd try to do me something. And now I have proof that I'm the only one that okay. And now that I have proof, and not only did you cheat with my best friend, but you had a whole baby. That's grounds for divorce. That should have never attached yourself even again. That's what I'm saying. That's why you have to judge them things here, Linda, because you have to be questioning people. Remember, we live in a Western society. If you lived in another society where you could have multiple wives, then yes, sure, it's fine. But you live in a Western society. There's a way to go about things in Western society. He is selling to be liquid to hide the money. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do this. You know what? When you come on O'Neill channel for this kind of thing, let's go. It's all good. Let's go. Let's go. What is the best and most legal way to hide, to move assets while in a marriage? There we go. There we go. Let's do this. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it this morning. We're gonna do this. Let's do this. Best and most legal way to move assets. Let's go. Here's legal and safe. Why don't marriage? Blah, 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 blah. Create a prenuptial agreement. Number one. Create a prenuptial agreement. Does Anthony have that? No. So we have to move on to the next one. Keep assets in separate property category if they're allowed in your state. So let's get more direct. In Georgia. Here we go again. Here we go again, folks. Here we go again. Get ready, feet. Get ready for it. This is the number one most powerful way to powerful and clean way to legally recognize, reorganize assets in a marriage. I apologize. A Georgia post-nup can define what is marital property, define what is separate property, protect assets you bring in, protect future earnings, lay out how the assets will be divided if the divorce happens, protect business interests, protect real estate. Georgia courts enforce post-nups. Are you seeing this? Both spouse voluntarily sign. Both disclose their finances fully. Neither spouse was coerced. The agreement isn't unconscionable. You see this? Abby, me love what you said. That's the problem. People are trying not to judge. Me love what you're saying, Abby. Tell them again. You have to judge. Just a PSA announcement. On Il TV, we are supposed to judge people so that we don't be associated with people who aren't in alignment with our values. What we shouldn't do is to condemn a person. Thank you very much. Just like O'Neill no condemn Shayla, but me judge her. What O'Neill tell you? O'Neill say, if them crash the character and build her back up, then yes, O'Neill can start seeing exactly if there's something for me to rock with. To see exactly if me can support her in her recovery efforts. The problem in her like are the lack of accountability, which is what people don't get. That's what Sheila fans them don't get. Thank you very much, Abby, because them look like them not get this thing right. Here you go, folks. I don't want to know if Anthony can hide assets. Here you go again. Here you go again. Maintain separate property. Georgia respects separate property strongly. Georgia says the following remains separate property. Anything you owned before the marriage. Number one, separate property. Gifts given to you alone. Inheritance given to you alone. Personal injury, non-economic damages. Look at this. Legal ways to manage separate property in Georgia. Keep a separate bank or investment account. Never use marital funds to maintain or improve an asset. Do y'all see this? Do you guys see this? We don't want to know if Anthony can hide some money and people are saying, no, but he can't. With it. All right. In Georgia, this is legal and often used. Organize assets. To organize assets, to protect their heirs, to avoid a probate, and to keep property title in your name, but inside of a trust. So you can do what is called a revocable trust. Move assets for legitimate financial purposes. Paying off loans. Investing in real estate. Funding retirement accounts. Starting a capitalized business. Estate planning. Tax optimization. Y'all are seeing the legal ways. Now, with all that being said, it also says in Georgia, right? The courts harshly punish for these. Hiding assets, transfer property to relatives, friends to avoid marital claims, sell assets for less than the market value, move assets secretly into new accounts, open account in someone else's name, put assets in LLCs solely to block the spouse. These are fraudulent transfers, and the judge will reverse them. There you go. There you go. Post-nuptial agreement, separate property management, revocable trust, clean accounting. There you go. There you go. So no one know how she can protect if he can still get one over on her. It's possible. It's a long shot, but it's possible. So Kevin might be up to something when Kevin says that he was liquidating the assets them. Kevin up to something right there. So Kevin have a point. All of y'all have a point. If you do this right, I think you're able to move that money. Anthony started an LLC under Kai's name, but Brittany uncovered it. Always remember, what's done in the dark will come out to light. That is true. That is true. Read some comments. Anthony has no purchases on the books. So where would his money have gone? Good question. Will Amber get that smart to find out? Good question. Everything he's doing is fraudulent. Well, what if him just spend out all of the money? What if he just spends the money? The question is, what if Anthony just say, you know what, I'm just spending the money? Wasteful spending, so him can't do that then. So yeah, they must say him can't just spend some money. I'm trying to look at the loopholes here, guys, because people ask what kind of loopholes him have. Well, y'all see. Well, O'Neil, listen, Rico DIY, you know what? O'Neil learns a lot too from this channel. I keep telling y'all, you know, O'Neil don't know everything. So every single time y'all bring up Georgia's laws, O'Neil get a lesson. Every time I'm gonna come with these questions. That's why I love the questions people come with. Because your questions bring up very, very keen topics, things that me wouldn't know either. Like some things I'm like, wait, some things I know, but some things are a little bit more, they're a bit more specific. So I get to learn about the specifics of that. And that is what I really and truly love about this channel. That's why I'm loving it so much all the time. Now I'm now giving up nobody. I'm never giving up my channel for anyone. I love every single one of y'all. Loving it. Every single one of y'all, because y'all always have these great, like, just questions, or your thought process is going like different directions, things that I wouldn't have seen, y'all will maybe see and say, O'Neil, but what if you do this, or O'Neil, what if you do that? And I'm like, well, okay, I can say that. Okay, what do you mean here? And that's why I keep telling them, say, O'Neil not always right. O'Neil not know, but me love the questions. Me love the questions. Questions make your brain think. That's the deal. Questions make your brain think. So me loving the questions. The writing is not complex now or never. You think that they're going to complicate things now? No, they're not. They're not gonna make it complex. It's not complex at all. You are correct. It's very, 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 very small and minute. But there was a time when they were pushing the story along. I know what they're doing. They're trying to stretch the story, but I keep saying that them don't have to stretch it unless they're out of stories. Which it seems like sometimes feel like them out of stories. So when them out of stories, they'll use little things and say, okay, I'm gonna just use a little thing because I already have this. So I'm gonna do that. They're just milking it, that's all. Now, what is to be noted, for me, what do you mean that Willie? What do you mean? Yeah, I'm learn a whole heap. I believe that Anthony's karma will be bigger because he feels that he is untouchable, and usually when the ego is so big, it takes a person to fall harder. Think about life's lessons. Of course, y'all ask so much good question. What makes people think that Amber is going to get 99% of anything? I don't think she's going to get 99%. I think it's an exaggeration. It's an exaggeration. Which one of the messages? Which one? Maybe you deleted it after. I'm not sure. Which one? I'm maybe you never deleted it first. Me love listen to me. I just love y'all, man. Only said you love your channel and the people. That's correct. I love the people that are on my channel. All of y'all that will me love you know. Y'all have to understand that. I absolutely love every time I come on, me know okay, y'all are gonna bring something up to make me think. And you need to think. Come on, people can't just tell you anything and you believe it. It's what it is, you know. It's the opposite of Amber right now. Them want her to get 99%, but the truth is, you're not get 99%. You can't get 99% of nothing in no marriage. You'll never get 100% of anything at all. Anyways, friends, that is our time. We're gone way over the time. We're gone 1 hour and like 11 minutes. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for sticking in with the super, with this, you know, it's supposed to be a mini live, but it turned into a big old live. Have a wonderful day. Maybe I'll see y'all again if them give us something hot. If them really give us something hot. If not, then I'll just make a video. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Love and all. Have a wonderful day.